do you actually use an Xbox? Because I think this would work magnificently. I mean, I know this is a Nintendo Switch, but I'm just saying. Look, the simulation has begun. Instead of a Nintendo cartridge, we use the Xbox cartridge. Boom, we put in there. Then we put more than one game on there. We allow people to put multiple games. You know, on the Nintendo one, you can only put one game on the cartridge. You know, they're not like Maxell yet. They haven't sold the blank cartridges for you to be able to just put the games on the cartridges. I hope Nintendo does that. That would be a game changer. Talk about a game changer. If Nintendo let you use the Switch like a cassette player back in the day, where I could just like literally record. I could buy a bunch of blank ones. I could re-record. Imagine that. They just like open the door to just like anything. Like you could record, you could rewrite onto like a Nintendo Switch game. Then you sold that back. They're like, why is there YouTube videos of Disneyland on my Nintendo Switch game? Okay, I'm just messing around. But no, seriously. So I wanted to show you. That was for my favorite board members at Misfit. Shout out to you. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for always carrying the torch. You know, always fighting the good fight. Always being there. You know, you might think that you're sitting in on a meeting and you're looking and staring at four walls, thinking about who knows what. The last thing you're doing is paying attention to the information that's being presented in front of you. But I want you to know one thing. I believe in you. God believes in you. And one day, even if you don't believe in yourself, you will. Because the power and faith of others will seep inside of you. Deep. Okay, I'm just being weird, sorry. Okay. Like, why is this guy so silly? You know, he's like, I refuse to smile. That's why I realized that one person who just refuses to smile. And you're like, I'm going to get sillier and sillier. Okay, here. I like how they do this. I'm just commenting on how they present the information. I typed in Warhammer, Xbox, this is how you're presenting it to me. I don't know, the subscriptions are relevant. Okay, no, that's cool. This, I tried to, look, why is there not more apps? That's what I would say, guys. They're like, this guy never says anything important. Well, why are there not more apps? How many apps are in the Microsoft Store? Like 40, 50? I'm pretty sure there's more. How many apps? That's where Apple's beating us, okay? Apple's beating us. They're on the iPhone 16. Nintendo is on the Switch 2. Imagine when Nintendo's on the Switch 16. They're going to destroy Apple. Imagine when PlayStation's on the PlayStation 16. I'm saying Apple has a head start now. Microsoft, look, you've always been the voice of reason. Why? Because everyone had to be on there. They're like, why do you believe in Windows? Because everyone had to be there. Everyone had to be on there, you know? Even this guy. They're like, even this guy. Okay, here. So then when I type in Warhammer, here, this is what we got. Oh, see, like, I like how, so then the games you have to scroll this way. See, on the Xbox, you got to scroll down. No, that's what I always appreciate about the Japanese reading. I'm like, you have to read the opposite way. I get so confused. And then everything is just like jumbled in my brain. Okay, there. I just wanted to be silly. I got up in the morning. I hope that's okay. Where I just share my ideas with you, and then you realize that I'm just sharing ideas. You know, there's a thing to brainstorming. I think there's a time and a place to have everything rehearsed. You know, that's what I appreciate about church. Going to church on Sunday is I could memorize every single word that was going to be said. No, and there was some familiarity to that, and I appreciated that. But then sometimes I do like the concept of brainstorming, being able to just not feel like every word is going to be the end of someone else's universe, you know, hanging by a moment. But I think there's a time and a place for that. But then I also think there's a time and a place to being able to just be loose with your words and be like, yo, that's why I say shout out to that rapping rabbi. You know, I one day want to be a rapper too. Shout out to Review Tech USA. I want to hear his beats, dude. I do. I want to hear those salty boombasi beats. And if he's that 37-year-old plus guy in the back heckling me, I say, look, sir, I watch your content. I like it. I think you're lit. No hard feelings. I mean, you could hate me, but I still love you. And then I might, one time, if I feel comfortable enough, I'll say good game first. But I might, just be like, look, we won. Good game. And I'll say, okay, I'm sorry. That's it. That's all I got, guys. I was gonna say it, but I don't want to swear. Look, I'm like trying to make this PC, but not. I'm trying to be silly, but not. I want it to be for kids, but also, you have that adult content sprinkled in there. Thank you, guys. Every video I make on YouTube, I say, look, I'm fortunate to be here. I am. I never lose sight of that. I always want to have gratitude for being alive and having a lot. At the end of the day, I think every single individual has something to be grateful for. I really do believe that. I have all my senses, even if, as I get older, they start to dwindle away. I still have them. At least I can appreciate that they were there. Hired gun. Let me look at that. Hold on. You're like, no, okay, so fine. You really backed me in the corner. I want to remake Blue Streak. I really feel like Martin Lawrence. There could be like a Blue Streak. That could have been a trilogy, dude. He goes to Mexico. Everybody finds out he's a federale. He goes to Mexico. He works with the Mexican federales. They come back. They clean up the system here in the U.S. They're like, look. And then we find out he's not even from the planet. Then him and Machete go back to Mars. I'm still waiting on Machete goes to space. Shout out to Danny Trejo. Shout out to all the cool people out there. One day I would love to remake Machete. I think it's a little too soon. The man, the myth, the legend is still around. But, maybe 20 years down the road, I could be the next Machete. A younger, uglier version of Danny Trejo. But he's ugly sexy. He's a sexy ugly. There's a such thing. Fugly. Thank you. I love you. I dug a big enough hole. I'm digging. I got there. I got here. I hit the bottom. Okay, thank you guys. I love you. I just like being silly and messing around, and I'm grateful that YouTube is here. A place where I can feel comfortable to just work on my jokes. Gosh, they're like, this guy's not funny. I'm working on my jokes. Thank you. I love you.